we are welcoming Anayah Phares to the studio. She's a former foster child who has started a great initiative, just won a great award, which we're going to speak about, but also with her, Linton Carter from the Children's Aid Foundation.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Linton, first of all, we want to explain that the Children's Aid Foundation is often mistaken for the Children's Aid Society, and you are quite distinctly different.
We are. We are a national charity dedicated to improving the lives of children from the child welfare system in Canada. Children's Aid Societies in Ontario, there's 47 of them, and they are supported by the government to do child protection work. We exist because of philanthropy, and individuals, corporations, and foundations step forward and support the kids with the supports that the government cannot provide.
And so you're working with Anayah Phares, who has founded the organization to help foster children just like yourself, and it's called Cheers?
Yes, it is.
So tell us about Cheers. What does it stand for, and what will it do?
So Cheers stands for Creating Hope and Ensuring Excellent Roads to Success. Our three main objectives are to assist youth who are aging out of foster care with providing them with life skills ahead of the transition phase, supporting them in their pursuit of higher education, and to help them build a social support system, and that's done by connecting them to mentors, peer mentors who would do a little bit of a hand-holding as they're transitioning out of care.
Okay, let's talk about that term, aging out of foster care. Like, what happens? You get to be, 18, 19, and it's a done deal? How does it work?
So aging out happens anywhere between the ages of 16 to 18. And now the ministry has changed in Ontario the rule where if you are under 21 and still in high school, you can remain in your foster home or in your group home up until the age of 21. But essentially, if you have completed high school, you are out on your own. You are pretty much left to figure out life after that. Anything from where do you belong now, especially if you identified closely with your foster family, which I did. And after aging out, I was like, okay, so where do I belong now? To, what are you going to do for the rest of your life or with the rest of your life? And how are you going to accomplish those goals that you want to accomplish?
So, Anayah, obviously, the reason for you establishing this is that you are seeing that people are not aging out well.
No, people are definitely not aging out well. As statistics show, only 44% of young people in Ontario from care complete high school, whereas the provincial average is somewhere along the lines of 88%. So only half of those kids are completing secondary school. Young people from care are overrepresented in the criminal justice system. They're overrepresented in mental health institutions. They're overrepresented in social assistance. Young people from care is a high percentage. Over 60% of young people from care end up homeless. Which I think is very important for us to start a conversation around, housing supports for these young people, because we're not really figuring out, okay, so where are you going to live for the rest of your life?
So, Linton, perhaps you can weigh in here. Is that your experience statistically? Because your organization contributed money through BMO.
Right. So we have identified youth in transition, youth leaving care as a priority for our national campaign for child welfare. So we have gone out to our existing donors and actually other corporations, individuals, and foundations saying this is a real need in our city, in our country. There are not enough supports to support youth leaving care, and would you step forward and provide new resources for young people? Because, let's face it, 50% of young people right now live with their parents. Our young people don't have that opportunity. We need to support them with all things that young people need to become healthy, independent adults. So we're behind them 100%.
All right, so let's talk, Anayah, about your life and how this came to be, because you were a refugee from Angola. You became a foster child. How old were you?
I was 15 when I went into care.
You were 15.
Yes.
Your parents just abandoned you?
I was living with my mom, and unfortunately, things didn't work out for her here in Canada, and she ended up going back to Angola. I didn't go directly into care. I was living with a family friend, and then things didn't work out there for me. The environment wasn't healthy. Ended up going into care. Luckily for me, though, I say that I had a great experience in care. And like I said, I was really able to identify with the family that I was placed with.
But you were homeless for a while?
I was homeless after I left care.
After you left care. And what about you attempted to take your own life?
Yes. The experience was so just over the top that I didn't know what to do. The
experience of being aging
out, because for a while I had stability in my life. I had a stable home that I could go to. I had a mom who stayed up late and helped me with my homework and cleaned up after my socks. And I think for me, it really hit me the first time I went and I had to do laundry. Because I remember...
You talk to my daughter.
I was in denial that I had actually moved out for a while until I had to do laundry, and I was carrying my my dirty clothes to the laundromat, and I was like, whoa, actually, this is for real. This happened. I don't live there anymore. And I didn't know where to turn to for support. I didn't have anybody that I could turn to for support. And legally, I was not allowed to go back to my home for support.
So what happened to make you decide to help other people going through the same situation as you? How did you turn it around?
I started working, so I had gotten my first corporate job, and the woman that I worked for was someone that I had looked up to for, like, I just thought it was an amazing person. And then I ended up finding out that she had lived in foster care, and just seeing someone who had walked a mile in my shoes, had the same experience as I did, in a position that I admired, and someone that I admired living the life that I wanted for myself, showed me that it is possible in spite of the challenges that you experience. And just having a conversation with her and just being exposed to her really helped.
You just won a very prestigious award. Mm-hmm. And why don't you tell everybody about that award and your little trip?
Okay. So the award is called the Queen's Young Leaders Award. It is an award that was instituted by Her Royal Highness Queen Elizabeth II, and it was in commemoration of her Diamond Jubilee, 60 years of service to the Commonwealth, where 60 young people were selected throughout the Commonwealth, 53 countries around the world, in honor of each year of her service to the Commonwealth. We came together in London at a ceremony. It was an amazing ceremony at Buckingham Palace on the day of Brexit. So it was a very interesting time.
Little tense.
Actually not.
No?
Because it was the day of the vote. No one knew the results yet. Okay. So it was very calm. It was very easygoing. And it was an amazing time. We had the ceremony, the award presented by the Queen. It was just overwhelmingly joyful. It was an amazing experience.
You even had a little chat with her.
I did. When I went up, I had originally won the award last year. Mm-hmm. So when I went up to get the award, she had asked me about last year, why I was not able to make it last year. And I thanked her for the opportunity to be present this year, because often when you miss these things, they kind of just mail you the award in the mail and that's it. But I still had the opportunity to attend the award ceremony, and she had told me, "No, you're welcome." And it was an amazing experience.
So what do you want people to know, and how can they help?
Right now, I think it's very important for people to know that my story, my experience is an exception, unfortunately, and it's important to invert the things where the challenges that I experienced aging out of care are the rule and the norm for people aging out of care, and the support that I am receiving to create my program and develop it and launch it is the exception. And I think it's time that we start looking and asking ourselves, how can we support young people from the system who are coming up and coming forward to help, because young people are the experts of their own experiences. And the ways that people could help is come forward, and if you're in a position to mentor, we are looking for mentors, and of course, any support, financial support, is also welcome.
This is a pilot project, and you've got had a lot of praise from all sorts of organizations involved with youth. Is your hope that this will spread across the country? I guess I can ask both of you that.
Sure. We are proud to back Anayah's program, and actually BMO has stepped forward to fund the pilot year of her program in Toronto. But we're hoping that other people step forward to support Anayah's program and other programs that support youth in transitions. And we can tell people how they can get involved if you'd like us to.
Is there a website?
Sure.
Tell it quickly.
There's cafdn.org, and that's Children's Aid Foundation, and we can connect anyone that steps forward to Anayah and her program. And if you wish to donate, you can do that through the website as well.
All right. And again, cheers. Cheers. Cheers, Anayah. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
When we come back, a woman immigrant who knows how tough life can be as a single mom with 3 kids. She is the founder of the WIN Foundation, giving back all over the world and proving that one person can make a difference. Stay with us. More What She Said on Jewel coming up.
She might just change.